again and welcome to this week's episode of Fight Factory Weekly with myself, Nick Raven, standing in once again for our fallen comrade, the pretty boy, Peter Payne. Peter is still battling his recent bout of tonsillitis, and believe me, after getting off the phone to him, he did sound like Diamond Dallas Page on a Soul Monster podcast. And yes, I know what you are all thinking. Fight, Peter, fight! Never to mind though, the show must go on, and a great show at that, so let's take to VT and see what today entails.
This week on Fight Factory Weekly, we bring to you the grudge match off the Breakout Tour Stop in Market Raisin. It is the FFW European Championship match between King Kendo and the reigning champion, Lincoln's own Dutch.
A match with so much bad blood going into it, and trust me, we'll be getting to that shortly. First though, we are still deeply involved in our Breakout Tour, and this weekend is no exception. This Friday, the 22nd of April, is Fight Factory Wrestling's debut in Gainsborough at the X-Church, with a truly stacked card, including the rematch between the sinister Aidan Drake and the returning Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm. These two clashed a few months back at a great contest at 12 bouts, and you have to wonder if this could be the show stealer this Friday in Gainsborough. And after Friday engagement at the X-Church, we make our long-awaited return to Lincoln at the Birchwood Leisure Centre, which can mean only one thing: the matchup we have all been waiting for. It's the ultimate conclusion to Robbie X's title hunt, as finally Joey Osborne is defending his FFW Heavyweight Championship against Lincoln's own Robbie X in a tables, ladders and chairs match. Oh my! The matchup was sealed at our last Lincoln outing at Overdrive, so let's quickly go back to the conclusion of Overdrive and remind ourselves exactly how this matchup finally got signed.
Before you get started, let me just shut you up right now. The irony of you coming out here is I was going to give you one last chance. In any type of match you so desire, sir. But since you're out here, why don't you give me and the rest of these inbred Lincolnshire morons your answer?
First of all, I'm from Lincoln, so we're not inbreds. You want to shut your mouth, otherwise I'm going to ram this microphone up your...
Well, feel free to fill in the blank yourself at home.
I'm sorry that you saw it, boss. Sorry. So, anytime, any place, any match.
You catch on really fast for an inbred kid.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, get your calendars ready.
I think I've seen more intelligence in Grimsby Town than I've seen in this building today.
Okay, so I believe we're back here on the 24th of April. Am I right? Yeah, okay, so I'm right. So how about you shut your mouth and put your belt on the line in Let's Say. What do you guys want to see? Okay, so why don't we put that belt on the line in maybe a ladder, table, chair, TLC? How about that?
Wow. Can you imagine that? The crowd want to see it.
You all want a TLC match? You've got your match.
words like that, we might have to wait till the 24th of April. And Robbie X says, take your best shot. Rolls under though. And look at Ross, the back kick there by Robbie X, sending Joey Osborne to the outside. Message delivered.
Hey Joey, you're gonna have to get used to this, because come 24th of April, this belt is gonna be around my waist. See you later, mate.
Yeah, Robbie X came tonight, and Robbie X kicked me in the freaking mouth, and I'm gonna punch him really hard in the mouth. Actually, no, I'm not gonna punch him in the mouth. I'm gonna give him a taste of his own medicine. I'm gonna put my boot so far down his throat, it will literally come out of his arse, and I will wear him as a shoe. What do you mean, what was I thinking? The moron hasn't been around for God knows how long, as I said earlier on. He hasn't been around for ages. How are you gonna get a chicken to reappear other than giving him what he wants on a plate? Other than saying to him, I will let you choose the date. I will let you choose the venue, and I'll even let you choose the match. I keep telling you, I've held the heavyweight championship for over a year. You can put me in any match, any stipulation, anything, and I will retain my championship. I know that I am the #1 guy in Fight Factory Wrestling, and even further afield. So when you ask what was I thinking, I know exactly what I'm thinking. I know that I'm the best, and I know he's not got a hope in hell of beating me. And why would that be? Because I don't do flippy floppy crap, because I don't come off the top rope doing 450s, because I don't do moonsaults, because I don't do dives to the outside at the drop of a hat. Robbie X is a car crash wrestler who, when the crowd start going, dive, 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 he will dive through that middle rope or over that top rope just to entertain the fans. And the one thing that I do that Robbie X does not do is give the fans what they want. I give myself what I want, because I don't give a crap about any single person in that building. I don't care what they want me to do. I don't care if they love me, I don't care if they hate me. So for the pundits that put me as the underdog, they're making a mistake. But if it's an underdog that I'm gonna wrestle as, then it's an underdog I shall be. But it's just gonna off those pundits just as much as you are me off with these stupid questions about Robbie X, about how I do not stand a chance, about how I'm an underdog. I've been the champion for another year. And that is not gonna change. And as far as I'm concerned, this interview with you and in future, no more, done. Yourself and you, Fight Factory.
I tell you what, amazing amount of passion headed into the Birchwood Leisure Centre this Sunday as we present the culmination to the epic feud in the kickoff to our Revelations tour. Now, if you want to be part of either Gainsborough or Lincoln this weekend, and let's face it, why wouldn't you? Then all you need to do is visit the website www.fightfactorywrestling.uk. Click on the tickets button and you can reserve your tickets for collection on the door at these events. Alternatively, just show up on the door as a limited amount of tickets will be released on the day itself, so make sure that you do not miss out on FFW Live. But now, on to our main event for today, and it's from our recent stop in Market Raisin at the Festival Hall. It is the FFW European Championship match. Dutch looking for revenge after the recent altercation in Laos, where King Kendo crushed the ribs of Miss Rebecca with that devastating kendo bomb, then agreeing to the Eliza Ruse challenge to place the title on the line in Market Raisin, and, well, it ended up not being quite what Dutch had in mind. Let's go to ringside.
I tell you what, it's been an extremely long month in waiting for these two. Ever since Laos Town Hall and King Kendo destroying the ribs of Miss Rebecca with that kendo bomb. Dutch Dutch has vowed revenge. Dutch, perhaps unwisely, accepted a challenge for his European Championship in order to get that revenge. And tonight, that revenge, he hopes he'll be able to extract from King Kendo. And believe me, there's smiles at the moment, but he is more than serious about destroying the Master One, destroying King Kendo, and getting payback on behalf of Miss Rebecca for what happened at Louth Town Hall on the Breakout Tour previously. Dutch, the FFW European Champion. Winning the championship, if you will, from Dale the Model Preston at Vendetta. The title at that time was called the British Heavyweight Championship, but that was then retired. And hence the new European Championship, which you see in the hands of Dutch, was formed. And tonight, defending against King Kendo.
And his opponents.
In many ways, King Kendo is similar to Dale Preston. Very much a similar style, and the size and mass as well is very similar, it has to be said. And there he is. Dressed more for a street fight, it appeared this time round. Although one accessory he does keep very close to him is that beauty right there. Beautiful and deadly Eliza Rue. What on earth is she on about? Dutch wants revenge on King Kendo. Is he back? Oh, no. Oh, please tell me this is a bad dream. Nobody knows what to make of it. There he is. There is that oh so disgusting Bostonian. Foul-mouthed, foul personality. Indeed, the guy that Dutch initially won the British Heavyweight Championship from. But even still, though, I'm not quite sure how Del Preston can take a championship matchup just like this unless there's something in the contract that might state regarding replacements, or possibly this could be an impromptu rematch from Vendetta. It's been a long time in the coming. I don't know, but look at the way that Del Preston is gloating there. And serious this is indeed as well, because all the jokes aside, Del Preston from behind, straight away just looking for the unfair advantage from the start, the cheap shot. Big kick by Del Preston. Like I said, this is now a serious situation for Dutch because, let's face it, the model Del Preston is not somebody to be taken lightly. The amount of time he held that British Heavyweight Championship for is uncanny. And that right there is one of the reasons why he did hold it so long. His strikes are very, very dangerous.
Hold on a minute. Are you from Marking Ways and Chippy Way? You won't be able to count to three, will you?
And so is his mouth as well. Very, very dangerous. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if he punched a producer one day. Del Preston, though, with a nerve hold. Dutch makes his way back to vertical base, but just goes into side headlock control there. Del Preston, and again, that short fist right in between the eyes of Dutch. And Del Preston getting quite irate at the ringside faithful. Del Preston still on top, driving the head of Dutch into the turnbuckles, and now with that back elbow there, damaging the cranium and constantly wearing down Dutch. You see there Del Preston chatting to the referee. Liza Rue making her way around ringside, but only to be met by Miss Rebecca. And this is a very interesting angle as well to consider in this contest. It is, well, I'm not going to say it's quite 2-on-2, because look at the background there. Look at the screen and who is still present. And believe me, we've seen it many times before as well. Even though people may be on the outside, they can still very much play a factor in the matchup. Del Preston constantly using that nerve hold, and so the referee needs to be careful, because at times it looks like it could very easily slip into a choke. Although once again, Del Preston letting the crowd really get underneath his skin. It's happened before, time and time again. You've got to wonder, Del Preston, the 20-year veteran, you would have thought it'd be a little more tougher skin to it, but maybe not. And at times that has actually led to his downfall. And not at the moment though, as Del Preston still very firmly in control, and by no means legal, as the referee keeps using the 5 count there, as Del Preston using illegal chokes on the ropes at any possible opportunity. And well, again, it's just the tactics we have come to expect from Del Preston, let's face it. Now Dutch trying to fight his way back out, but not really getting anywhere. Those strikes as Del Preston once again managing to beat down Dutch. And again, that middle rope choking Dutch, and just look at the face of Dutch there. Although look at the face of Miss Rebecca as well. Again, that constant tension just between those two, Eliza Rue and Miss Rebecca on outside. That's got to be a distraction whether it's meant to be or not. Big Irish whip though by Del Preston, Dutch in the corner, and Del Preston is still firmly in control now. As there, Del Preston, another fist right between the eyes, knocking down Dutch. And again, the fans at ringside getting underneath the skin of Del Preston's Dutch there, taking advantage of a roll-up too. Whoa! That's the first bit of offense we've seen by Dutch so far, and it's led purely down, it's come purely down to the fact that Del Preston's let himself get distracted by the fans. Once again, roll-up two. Closer and closer there. And I'll tell you one thing right now, if you're Del Preston, you've got to realise what's led to these 2 near falls. It's purely down to the fact that the crowd have gone underneath his skin, and he spent more time abusing them than focusing on Dutch. As now, Dutch trying to fight his way back out again, fight his way back to a vertical base. Del Preston meeting him at the pass every single time. Now Del Preston, lateral press, 2 count only by Del Preston. Now Del Preston heading to the outside, dragging out Dutch, and getting another strike. It's just constant strikes and chokes by Del Preston, and it's taking its toll against the European champion. Referee to 4 at the moment. There, big strike once again across the chest, and is now leading Dutch around the ringside, taking his time. Big thrust there right to the throat of Dutch. Referee trying to get control and trying to get Del Preston back in the ring. Certainly a deadly ringside as well when you consider it's the model Del Preston, Eliza Rue, and certainly by no means least King Kendo. And look at Del Preston approaching Miss Rebecca, and again giving some garbage for no other word to the ringside crowd, and taking his attention once again away from Dutch. Although again, Dutch not able to capitalise, and big strikes again. Del Preston still firmly in control there, as he just slams the lower back, the spine of the back, against the side of the ring there, and that could paralyse Dutch, let alone anything else. There's Rebecca trying to urge on Dutch there, as again Del Preston keeping on task now. Big strikes, and Getting that clubbing blow right to the chest of Dutch, taking the win right out of the Dutchman. And finally, probably mercifully, Del Preston has rolled Dutch back into the centre of the ring. And, well, still taking time to abuse the fans at ringside. Del Preston finally back in the ring. Headmare takeover there by Del Preston. Taunting Miss Rebecca as he goes off the ropes. Goes for a big elbow there, but no, Dutch, thankfully, managing to move out of the way, and the crashing of 430 pounds on the centre of the ring echoes throughout the festival halls. Dutch with a cover, 2, shoulders are down. No, only a 2 count for Dutch there, trying to capitalise on the mistake of Del Preston. Dutch to his feet somehow. Now strikes Del Preston. Takes him off the ropes. Comes back through. Look at inverted atomic drop there onto Del Preston. And let alone a rumbling Tom. There's going to be something else rumbling after that. Now Dutch, head of steam. Big clothesline with his right there. Cover again. Lateral press. 2. No, 2 count. Only for Dutch. Dutch there wisely getting Eliza to move out the way, and as he goes off the rope, big senton there by Dutch. Again, the cover, 2, hook of the leg this time, and no, once again, it's only a 2 count. And now Dutch looking for Kezabit. No, Dutch there going for a key lock there, which is a wise move, but Del Preston there with the shortcut out, going direct, route 1 to the eyes of Dutch. Headbutt there by Del Preston now. And now Del Preston giving even more lip service, if you will, to Miss Rebecca outside, and drops a massive, and when it is Del Preston, it is massive elbow right across the chest of Dutch. Del Preston still just... I tell you one thing, Del Preston is dangerous in this matchup so far. Could you imagine how much more dangerous it would be if he actually kept his mind on task? As now Del Preston back into that nerve hold again. And look at the face of Dutch as well. It really is taking effect. As Dutch finally makes his way back to his feet, vertical base, elbows, side kick there by Dutch, but no, Del Preston cuts him off with a big lariat on the left. Constant abuse by Del Preston, now getting back to the task on hand. Delivering that stomp there to Dutch, who is still down, suffering from that lariat. Dutch desperately needs to build up some sort of momentum in this contest. It's been virtually all Del Preston so far, as Del Preston once again goes for that nerve hold. Tell you what, it seems hard to believe this moment in time that it was actually Dutch that made the model submit, give up in that chain match at Vendetta for the British Heavyweight Championship. As like I say, it has all been Del Preston so far. Dutch back to vertical base again. Those elbows, that side kick again. Ducks the lariat, but no, look at that. Big back elbow by Del Preston. And once again, that little spark, that little attempt to try and get himself back into this contest has been cut off very prominently by the model. The crowd, though, certainly not giving up on Dutch in this contest. They've been loud the whole contest. Very vocal with their support for Dutch. As Del Preston, again, nothing legal by that. Look at the way he's cranking back on the eyes and nose. And instead of just releasing on the 5 count, giving that quick strike in first, it's dirty tactics all the way by Del Preston. Although, deny its effectivity. Deny it, because so far Dutch has had so little offense back himself. He has, like I said, I know I've said it many times already in this contest, it really has been all Del Preston so far, as Del Preston once again God, if looks could kill. If looks could kill, then Del Preston's God would be a genocide. Again, another big strike there to the back of Dutch. Right in front of that very vocal part of the crowd there. Real, I mean, look at that. So getting underneath the skin of Del Preston. But look at that now. Del Preston setting Dutch against that ring post. This can't be good. No! Dutch managing to move out of the way, and Del Preston just hitting cold, hard steel. And now Dutch rallying the troops, if you will. Del Preston went out a camera shot there into the crowd, but no, Dutch now following him. And again, look at that, elbows to that arm now. Now going past the merch. Dutch just took Del Preston to the bar there, and it was not to buy him a drink. He just slammed that left arm of Del Preston right on the bar. And now this is exactly what Dutch needs to be doing. He needs to be concentrating on that body part. Concentrating onto the arm that Del Preston damaged against the ring post. There's a big leg drop there. Again on that left arm. And now, look at wrapping grapevine in that arm around the legs. But look out in the background there, Eliza Rue just reached for the leg of Del Preston, put on the ropes while the referee was asking Dale if he wanted to quit. And because of that, the referee knew no better and just presumed it was a rope break. And again, this is where the numbers advantage is going to play a part. And Dutch frustrated there, sleepless. The referee in this contest missed that. Now Dutch with strikes to the head of Del Preston, constant blows. Now takes Del Preston into the corner, looking to whip Del Preston in the opposite corner, which he does. And look at the way his lower back landed there. That will just go through your body and take the wind completely out of you. And now Dutch is giving a short maths lesson to the people here at Market Raisins Festival Hall. And dispelling the myth that Del Preston put around the beginners contest about the ability of Market Raisin to count. I can assure you they can count quite well, as Dutch now with a cover, 2. No, Del Preston, knowing exactly where he was in the ring, managing to grab the rope and break the pinfall attempt. Now, what is Dutch doing here? He's got the legs of Del Preston. And dropping the leg there. Once again, I presume that was on the stomach. 2! No, Del Preston kicking out despite once again receiving a rumbling tum. And now Dutch with the key lock again on Del Preston, and Del Preston is desperately fighting the urge to give in. He's actually very close to the ropes there, but not quite enough to grab the rope that he wishes for, as their short fist breaks the hold in a very shortcut fashion. And I'll tell you something right now, if Dutch had the awareness to actually go for the other arm, the one he'd been wearing down earlier, the left arm, you've got to believe that could have been a submission there, and Dutch would have retained the Fight Factory Wrestling European Championship. But no, as anything can go in these matchups, sometimes you just get caught with the blood loss, caught in the way it all goes, and you just go for a body part and try and dismantle it, as Del Preston there, out of nowhere, hits a standing dropkick to Dutch, and Dutch is down. Referee checking Dutch there. I think even the referee's a bit disbelief about the dropkick from Del Preston there. Now Del Preston back up. Dutch suffering from the effects of the dropkick, catching right square on the chin. And now Del Preston working the arm of Dutch now. There's that armbar with his hands there locked and just underneath the actual elbow there, so all the pressure's actually more so on the shoulder. And again, winding up now. Now he's turned it into a wrist lock, it'd appear. Just working the whole of the arm, now into a ground hammerlock. And now just adding more pressure onto that hammerlock, and just look at the face of Dutch there, feeling every single motion of that. Real tight hammerlock there, and Dutch is really struggling with this, really, and you've got to wonder, you don't think Dutch could actually quit here, you don't think Dutch could actually submit. European title on the line. When you consider how tight that hammerlock's in, you couldn't hold it against him, but is Dutch really going to submit? Apparently not, as Dutch make his way back to a vertical base, only to be met with a big headbutt there by Del Preston on that arm, that left shoulder. Forearm there by Del Preston. And that moment of belief, that moment of comeback there by Dutch has been lost in the moment as Del Preston there runs with a head of steam, but Dutch managing to move out of the way, and Del Preston just hitting the corners. Now Dutch with that uppercut there takes Del Preston to opposite corner, whips him across again, follows through with a big running uppercut there by Dutch. Now sends Del Preston to opposite corner, another head of steam once again, big drop kick there by Dutch, winding Del Preston, sends him through one more time, 3 times a charm, big head of steam, but no, Del Preston this time gets a boot up, and now follows through, big clothesline there by Del Preston, taking down Dutch once again. I'll tell you one thing, Dutch in this contest has probably once had a chance to really make the most of a kind of offense. Any other time it's been cut off very, very quickly by the Mole Del Preston. That's why he's been so much in control of this matchup. Now, lateral press by Del Preston, 2. No, Miss Rebecca just dragged Del Preston to the outside, breaking the cover right in front of Sleepless, the referee. And the bell rang, and Sleepless has just disqualified Dutch, it appears. I think Rob Daniels, can you give us the official announcement, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by disqualification, the model, Del Preston.
It says I thought Miss Rebecca has just got Dutch disqualified in this European Championship matchup. And you've got to wonder why. Del Preston there asking for the belt. I mean, I'm not quite sure Del Preston actually realises that he does not get the European Championship because it was a disqualification victory. It would appear then that Miss Rebecca read the contract and realised that really Del Preston was ineligible for the match tonight. Harsh words there by Miss Rebecca, but I'm still a little bit confused about this. And now he's got the microphone.
This is not on. That contract is legally binding. He's lost that championship belt tonight to me because of you. So therefore, get that belt off him. It's mine. No, the contract's him and Kendo. But Kendo's got a world title tonight. place. I've beat him. I'm the champion. Why is it you're still louder than me and I've got a microphone? Right. If that belt means so much to you... Right, Eliza. When's the next one of this whatever tour? When's the next show?
Right, so you're after Gainsborough,
You
yeah?
say please, you don't snatch. That's what these kids do. Excuse me. Don't you look at it for God's sake. Why do you want a picture of a loser? Right. Next Friday night in Gainsborough, never mind Kendo, that was just a mispart on his part. Never mind, man. Mr. Manson, come here. Me and you's not on good books at the minute, but I'll let you off. Just tell this loser and Pinky and Perky stood there, the next Friday night, it's not Kendo, who'll be world champion by then. It'll be me and you for that. And next Friday, bitch, what are you gonna do when he loses again?
We apologise for Dale Preston's language once again there.
How about we do this my way if you really want it? What? You can't lose the title on a disqualification normally. But when I know it's you that I'm supposed to be facing, no disqualification.
Fine. You sure you want that in that contract? You sure you want it?
Last time you signed a match like this, he lost his British phone. Just remember that.
Like next Friday at Gainsborough, just make sure these bloody kids are not there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's absolutely broken down here tonight. It really has. Miss Rebecca and Dutch offering the rematch. Technically, because the match took place, he would be entitled to an automatic rematch anyway. But even worse now, Dutch has said the match will be no disqualification this Friday in Gainsborough. It'll be Dutch, it'll be the Mole Del Preston in a rematch for the FFW European Championship.
There you have it. Del Preston taking the place of King Kendo in this matchup. Certainly nothing pretty, and it was all hard-hitting action, which was quite reminiscent of the I Quit match from Vendetta. The talking point, though, was certainly the way that Miss Rebecca purposefully got Dutch disqualified in order to retain the FFW European Championship, not being happy that Del Preston was replacing King Kendo. However, though, abusing champion's advantage does lead to an automatic rematch, and indeed that will be taking place this Friday in Gainsborough at the X-Church on the Breakout Tour. It's going to be Dutch, it's going to be Del Preston, the FFW European Championship will be on the line, and there will be no disqualifications. That, plus the rest of the card for Gainsborough this Friday, and Lincoln this Sunday is going to make for one hell of a weekend of wrestling action. Once again, be a part of it. You know you want to. Head to fightfactorywrestling.uk and get your tickets reserved. Now, sadly, that is all the time we have got this week on Fight Factory Weekly. However, though, I have been promised that the Pretty Boy will be back next week, and hopefully we'll be able to sit down in a special weekly extra episode. Until then, though, I've been Nick Raven. I look forward to seeing you this weekend, and until next week, take care.
Game time!